And fourth, and look at the defense from the Knicks on that effort, and the other way we're going to go Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges, 25 points in this game, made critical plays down the stretch with the lefty flush.
So the Knicks owned the first quarter, the Pistons owned the second, the Knicks owned the third, and then the fourth quarter was nuts. Here we go. Pistons, that's Tim Hardaway Jr., it's a 9-0 run, and Allen, it would continue. This will make it a 13-0 run.
Yeah, this series was so drunk, especially in this quarter. It just made sense for the series to end this way.
That one ties it at 103, and then the next possession, Cade Cunningham, who announced himself in this series as a terrific young player. He would score 23, so it's a 13-0 run. Pistons a 2-point lead, 2 minutes and change. It's a 7-point game, but Jalen Brunson's bringing them back.
Again, the strength and the resiliency, the fact that the game is never over, even though at that point it did feel like it was.
He's in the painted area. In this case, he's in the unpainted area.
Are you kidding me?
How does he stay up?
Are you kidding me? Think about the body balance that it takes to maintain his dribble while doing all that.
42 seconds to go. Knicks down by 2. Brunson, no. Bridges, left hand court. Tied the game. Mike Breen on the mic.
Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a 3. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson hits the 3 with 4.3 remaining. And the Pistons call timeout.
What a moment. J. Will, what can we say about the legendary move by Jalen Brunson?
I mean, the body control, the way he stopped on the dime, that's what every player wants in basketball. On the road in the biggest moment to shut down that building.
Pistons had a chance, though. 4 seconds left, but they don't get up.
That's Malik Beasley. That's 300 made threes.
They throw it away, and the series ends that way. The Knicks take it in 6.
Just found a way to create some separation. Shot it a little earlier than I wanted to, but I mean, Asar is just a great defender, man, and just the fact that I got that much space. I had to shoot it right there. Happy to ball one in.
Boy, does he seem excited. All right, what unbelievable. It puts an end, as you said, Alan, to just what was a crazy series in so many ways. The Pistons easily could have won this series 6-0, right? And instead they're going home in 6. That's the kind of level of close it was, and each game hanging in the balance, which I think just emphasizes the point that the Knicks needed every moment of that magic that Jalen Brunson gave them through the series. Winman, get it started. What's the first thing to say today?
First off, grade A marketing from Jalen Brunson with the branded thing on his hat. I mean, he had that ready to go. I just want to take you through this play real quick. I think Asar Thompson is one of the great young defenders in this league. He is a great defender in this game. Brunson can't get space on him. He's thinking, don't let him go left. Don't let him go left. Don't let him go left. If he gets me on his hip, he's going to draw a foul. I've got to stop him from going left. Bam! What a crossover. That's Barry Sanders. That's Saquon Barkley. What an absolute amazing moment. You know, and look, and I'm also pleased that this was a 4-2 series because there was a bit of a cloud hanging over, a little bit of a rumbling in the tumble.
Tactically, okay, it's a more difficult shot because when Michael Jordan goes this way, look, he goes this way, he pushes off. It's like the lefty bringing the ball back to his left hand, but still, look, Jalen Brunson has more 30-point playoff games than Magic Johnson, Clyde Drexler, Ray Allen, Patrick Ewing, and Dominique Wilkins. And he's done it in 29 playoff games. 29 playoff games. That's not an accident. That's historical. That's the type of moment that you're talking about. This guard, who is my size, 6'2", We are tiny people amongst giants. I'm serious. We are giants amongst normal people against. We are tiny in this world. The fact that he's able to create that type of separation speaks volumes about why they call him Big Body Brunson.
Yeah, and what he has become in New York in 3 short years in playoffs now that they've gotten into at least one playoff series, he has become what New York remembers Mariano Rivera as the greatest closer in the history of baseball, closing games, enter Sandman. They might as well play that after a timeout with under 10 seconds to go if the Knicks have the ball, because you know who's getting it and there's nothing you can do about it. He has a move for every situation, and this one here, you love this setup. A ghost screen from Mikal Bridges, doesn't screen it, but just enough to distract Thompson, and then that incredible crossover, the hard pivot, the putting his foot in the ground like Wendy was referencing, and then blowing kisses. Jay, this is the silencer. Yeah. And I'm telling you, for a guy like Brunson, the Knicks won all 3 playoff games on the road in this series.
Yeah.
They have never done that in franchise history.
And I think they won them by 2, by 1, and by 3.
Yes,
I mean, that's how close these games were.
But to do that on the road. Yes,
I mean, that's how close these games were.
But to do that on the road,
there's no better feeling.
I think that means more to a guy like him than it does doing it at home.
1,000% as a player.
Let me put some numbers up. Cindy, let's do A17 here. These are the numbers on Jalen Brunson in this series. He averaged 31 points a game. Other than Game 5, he scored at least 30 in all of them. In the fourth quarters, Brunson had 66. He's on. It reminds me of Bernard King.
Yes.
And a lot about Knicks history. I was raised by and my father was not a Knicks historian, but he might as well have been. The player that he reminds me of, or at least the run that he's on, reminds me of Bernard King.
Yes.
In the early 80s. Because those were teams that were not championship caliber teams. They were not going to win the championship. And he was just so individually good that they won some series and they gave good punches, even in '84, to a great Celtic team. There's a good vibe there. They got a terrific young player in Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I think the next step for Cade Cunningham is having trust in that jump shot down the stretch. They were going under those ball screens, and when they were going under those screens, he didn't take those shots. He kept trying to drive into traffic, and I think that trust is the next evolution of his game, going to the place we all know it can be, because they have the pieces of a championship team in the making.
Okay,
they do.
We'll see where that
8 from 3.
Yeah,
in that game.
He needs to get if he needs to develop that. Right, that's his game.
Down the stretch.
That's next.
For him to become one of the really top-level players in the NBA, he needs to be able to knock down that jumper and not have teams give it to him. So that was one game last night. We had another Game 6 last night, and it was just as interesting. It's Kawhi and the Clippers taking on the Nuggets. Game 6, halfway through the third, Clippers are up by 8. Kawhi, no. Kawhi's going to get it back. Kawhi had 27 plus 10 rebounds. Clippers have a 10-point lead. 2 minutes left in the third. The lead is 11. Jay, well, how about Norm Powell in the corner with the 3?
And by the way, he's been doing this all season long, making huge clutch plays for the Clippers.
He's terrific. 8 minutes left in the fourth. Clippers are up by 11. James Harden had himself a night.
By the way, that's what James Harden does. Attacks Jamal Murray in ISO or attacks Jokic off pick and rolls.
Clippers by 14, and then it's Bogdanovich, and the Clippers lead is 15, and you're thinking game is over, but you're thinking wrong. 3 minutes left in the fourth. It's an 11-point game, and here come the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon, he had 19. It's an 8-point game. 3 minutes to go. Same score.